And we're live! Woohoo! Welcome along to the Adorama live stream. For those that don't know me, let me start with a little introduction. Hello! I'm Gavin Hoey. I'm one of the presenters right here on Adorama. You are watching the Adorama channel, and if you're watching us live, say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're watching us from. If you're watching the recording in the future, hello future people. What's it like in the future? Is it really exciting? Has everything we were promised come to pass? The future must be amazing. Can't wait to get there. Anyway, for those that are joining us live, you're not alone. I'm not here on my own because you can see them and you can hear them behind the camera. We've got Freya on the Super Switcher, Sam on the chat.
Hi everyone. How is everyone
That's
doing?
a really wonky camera. Who set that one up?
Well, I don't know.
We were trying to say that.
Yeah, we were trying to give him directions, but he was up a ladder and it was back to front. So yeah, you'll have to put up with us being slightly wonky. So, would you like to know where some people are from?
Give me the edited highlights. Here.
Okay, all right. I'll do Mexico, Colombia. We've got, I can't pronounce that. Is it Ormskirk in Lancashire? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Germany. We've got Denmark. We've got Spain. We've got Lincolnshire. We've got a finally wet Arizona. Yeah, we can relate to that because we had a very, 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 very dry summer, which is not the UK's usual. We've got Canada, we've got Berkshire, and I know we've got Alan here in Bushy Park, Michigan, and Maryland, where the cookies come from, Lisa. That's it. That's the edited highlights.
That's it. Is it okay? Yeah. Good. Whilst you were doing that, I just set the camera up, so things I'd forgotten to do. Thank you very much. Look, wherever you're joining us from, really appreciate it. So we have got a fun live session going on today. So the title is kind of a little bit vague, and in fact, as usual, really, it's a live stream. Everything's a little bit vague. But the idea is that we're going to be doing lighting, not for a model, nice, beautiful lighting. We're going to do moody, dramatic lighting that just happens to have a model in it. That's the idea. And today we've got a model for you. Amazing. First time on the live stream, so give it up. Bring it on for the amazing Rob. Rob is in the house.
Hi.
Now, I did ask Rob to dress up, but he said he didn't have time. So he just came as he is, which I think is kind of cool, isn't it? So
Little something I threw together.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, no, there's a planning to this. So there is a whole thing about this is, well, if we're going to do character, we really need someone with some character. Rob oozes character. You can find Rob's details, his Instagram in the video description down below. Go check that out. So Rob's going to be the model, and we've got 3 or 4 different looks to get through in the next hour, so I think we should probably crack on, really. Rob, do you want to have a little seat?
Sure will.
And I'll just go through the kind of the basics of what I'm thinking. This is live, by the way, so if you are watching this live, you can ask questions. Sam will put the best, most relevant ones to me, so feel free to pop them in the chat. And yeah, if you're watching the recording, you can put them in the comments. Okay, so first things first. We've got a camera. For those that like to know what camera I'm using, it doesn't particularly matter for this, but I am using an Olympus or OM system, OM1, and I've got a light up here, which is perhaps more relevant, which is the Flashpoint Evolve 200 Pro Mark II in a 12 by 36 inch strip box. Again, links to all the kit down below. So
comments.
What? Okay.
Just some comments.
Okay, go for it.
So
That's
Ron
great.
said, well, not as cute as Chloe, but Rob will do.
Don't listen. Don't listen, Rob.
Thank you.
And Steve loves your jacket.
Thank you, Steve.
And Steve, another Steve, should have called this live stream, I Shot the Sheriff.
Oh.
But he didn't shoot the deputy, that's what I heard.
You see, well, welcome to the live stream, Rob. This is how it goes. This is how it goes. All right, live stream. If you're watching us live, what's the first picture I'm going to take? The first picture I'm going to take is also going to be a change of lens. Let me just do that as well, because I forgot I was going to do that. Very important picture. Before we go anywhere, I need to do something kind of important. If you're watching us for the first time, pay attention to the chat, because this will give you a clue as to what we always do here on Adorama when we're doing the lives and we're doing any photo session. The most important picture right at the start.
So, No flash, no rob. We said that earlier, Paul, actually.
We did say that earlier, yeah.
And Michael said storing the magnetic modifiers on the metal AC unit is hilarious. Actually, it's the heater. So we're slightly worried they're going to get warm and pop off there.
Yeah,
no
we're in
flash,
the
no
UK, we
rob,
don't get AC.
NFMP, dark image, NFMP, no flash, no rob.
Yeah, NFNR.
NFMP. Oh, they're very good.
Exactly that. Okay, so if you're new here, NFNP, no flash, no picture.
A picture of the floor. You know him too well, Tim.
I've already done that. Yeah, there it is. My one-man exhibition, Floors of the World. Got that one sorted. Right, okay, no flash, no picture. Okay, let's exactly that. We'll just take a photo, just see where we're at. So this is what I'm seeing at the moment. That is a real and genuine picture. I popped the information in the top corner of the screen so you get an idea of my shutter speed as well, because I want to do a shallow depth of field look with this. So I'm going to do high speed sync flash. Honestly, it's got to the point now where it really isn't a thing. It's just a press the high speed flash sync button on my transmitter. But at those settings, no flash, no picture, no rob. So anything you see from this point is going to be my camera settings, my flash settings rather. And I mispronounced that because I forgot to do something super important. And that's the first time on this live stream I've forgotten to do that. Turn the flash actually on.
You've got a question?
Fire away.
Steve asks, are you shooting in manual mode for this shoot?
Yes, Steve, really good point. Everything I'm ever doing with flash, whatever kind of situation I'm in, if it's flash, I'm in manual mode, because that means I can set a manually chosen shutter speed, ISO, and aperture. If I was in any of the auto modes, that no flash, no picture would be much harder because the camera would boost the ISO or open the aperture or slow the shutter speed down, or all three potentially.
And Mark said, amazing, rugged, crazy looking dude. And the model looks cool too. Yay.
I think that's a compliment, but I can't tell. All right. Anyway, so we've got basically beauty lighting. I've got a single flash above Rob. This, spoiler alert, this is not the look I'm going for. Okay, this is not the look I'm going for, but let's see how it looks. Okay, it looks super bright because I haven't actually set the exposure. I've just let the camera do its thing. Hang on a second. There we go. I mean, I've taken worse. And if you wanted a picture of Rob, I mean, passport picture? Oh no, you're not allowed to wear a hat in a passport picture. That's the thing. Yeah, it's not great, is it? But this is what we would use for many lighting situations where we want to light the model. Beauty lighting is a perfect example. But this is not what I want from today's photo session. I don't want a nicely lit model. I want to have mood. And that means breaking and bending a few rules. The first one is, Rob may not be fully lit. This could be what we would call underexposed or badly lit if what we wanted was a beautifully lit portrait. But we don't, we want mood. So I'm going to get my light and move it. I'm going to move it 45 degrees. Okay? Now, the first picture was very flat lighting because the lighting was straight into Rob's face. By moving the light 45 degrees and taking basically the same photo, I'm going to get very similar results. I'll flick backwards. But can you see there's more shadow on this side of the face? Because now we have light with a little bit of direction. Is this moody? No, not really. Is it a better picture? I think of Rob, yes. Is it what I want? No. No, not really kind of the mood. It's a bit kind of, it's all right. It's a pretty picture of Rob. So let's make this a little bit more moody by continuing to move the light. So now the light's coming in at 90 degrees. Side lighting. Okay.
So Don said, mood, will there be smoke?
There may well be some smoke. Yes, indeed. Oh. Top tip, remember to press the high-speed sync flash button on my camera. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. I might have just nudged something erroneously. Hey, live streams.
So Micah said, I wonder how much bounce is coming from the table, given that it's reasonably light and matte.
A little bit, actually. Oh, I was going to set my little flash meter up. Hold on a second. I should have done this before we started. Okay, I'm just getting my flash meter to make sure I get exactly the right results. That's better. there is a little bit of a bounce, and you'll see a little bit of warmth coming off the table. However, that warmth is lost because Rob is wearing basically warm tones, so we can't really see that at all. F1.4, nailed it. Okay, so correct exposure, dialed in. Okay, so now we have a lot more mood coming into the picture and a correctly exposed picture.
Message from Rob. Hello to my cool husband, looking good as always. Hi, Helen.
Whilst you're saying hello to Helen, I did warn you, family, do watch this. We are that shallow. We will try and get the viewing numbers up any way we can. Okay, let's put it back to 45 degrees. That's better. That's how it should have looked. You know when something doesn't quite look right and in your mind you think, that's not what I wanted?
Steve has put a soft box grid would really change the mood.
Well, it would and it kind of wouldn't. A softbox will change the spread of the light, but that's not actually what I want in this situation. So that is 45 degrees and that's 90 degrees. 45 degrees, 90 degrees. Now you might say that 90 degrees is wrong if you were trying to take a picture of Rob. If what you wanted was a picture of Rob, that's what you'd want. I mean, that looks nice, but it's not what I want today. I want mood, and that, at 90 degrees, screams potential mood. I say potential because we've got to work on the scene a bit. So the problem you might have noticed is shadows, and shadows are not a problem. They are a solution waiting to happen, because shadows are your opportunity to put more light into the scene. You can't add light where there's already light, but you can add light where there's shadows. So don't be afraid of shadows, they're not bad, they just need to be filled. So I've got a second light, this is a Flashpoint Explore 100 Pro, and it's going to put a little bit of light on the shadow side of Rob. Okay, let's actually turn it on, make sure it fires. Oh yeah, wow, why did I do that? Not every time, that's the daft thing, is occasionally you forget. Okay, let's turn that down. It was on nearly full power as well, because that's what happens. I'll put it down to 1/64th power. Let's just try that. Okay, so have a little look at this. So that is too much light. But you can see what it's doing. It's just throwing a little bit of light into the shadows. So I'm going to turn it down. It goes down to 256. I think it probably should be at 256. There we go. That's pretty cool. Rob, you're going to look up just a little bit that way. So I'm just turning Rob in to look towards the key light. Okay, now we've got some genuine mood coming on here. This feels way more moody. Rob looks straight at me. But when Rob looks straight at me, we lose his eyes. Now, we'll talk about that later on if we get time, but I'd like to see something there. There's nothing there. There's not even a catch light. So what I'd like to do, just to finish this, is add a catch light. I don't want to light Rob's face. I love this mood. This feels very moody, very cinematic, but it lacks a little bit of depth in the eyes.
So you've had a question. Would this work with an umbrella as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So an umbrella would work, but it's going to give you more of a spread of light, where this has got, it's not direction so much, but a little bit of fall off lower down. An umbrella, if you had it a little bit higher up, maybe not a big umbrella, or at least if it's a shoot through with your flash pushed right up against the front of it, it would give you a different look, but it would be a look that would still be of this style.
James asked, how about a gel colour in the shadows?
Yeah, we'll add some gels in later, but I like that idea. James? Yeah, I like that idea, James. We'll circle back to that. Hold that in mind.
And a message saying, Rob and Gavin, that's a combo. These are going to be some theatrical results. This is PGD Modelling and Photography Studios. Yeah. Oh.
Yes, guys, nice.
Wait, you got your fan club in? Oh, yes. I knew we got you in for a reason.
Just curious, was all the whiskey drank in rehearsals? Well, yeah, you've got to get through somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Still some left, look.
Yeah. Look, if you want to drink that, be my guest.
Oh, gosh.
No, okay, yeah. It's not actually whiskey, is it? Cold tea. Okay, so I've got another little light. This little speed light, its one and only job, little sparkle in Rob's eyes. So I'm going to set it as low as it will go. and just see what we go. I'm going to come a little bit closer to Rob so we can have a look. Have a little look at this. Okay, so that light's one and only job is to do that. Little sparkle in Rob's eyes. Without it, no sparkle. With it, little sparkle. Can you see how that just tiniest little thing just makes a difference? It's not lighting his face, it's not really adding anything to the shadow. Eyes are shiny, eyes are reflective, so that small amount of light will bounce off an eye, but not really off the skin. So it's exactly the right thing. It's almost like having a little mirror. Mirrors will shine light back where walls will absorb it. That's not a great analogy, but that's kind of what's happening. Okay, let's take a few photos. Let's bang a few pictures out, because one of the great things about Rob is I just have to let him go. Okay, fantastic. Ooh, shallow depth of field. For some reason, my camera really loved your hand there. Okay, let's come a little bit closer.
So
Now, what I need to watch out for is I don't block this light with my huge, yeah. From that, that's not a good angle, is it? No one screen grab that.
So Steve asked, does that speed light lighting up the eye have to be far back?
It doesn't have to be, but as I get it closer, it becomes progressively brighter. And it's already on its lowest possible power. So the further away you have it, the less it adds to the scene, but it'll still reflect back in the eye. Technically, it would be slightly bigger as well as a catch light, but let's face it, it's a tiny speed light. So it's not an exact science, it just made sense to me. Good question. These are really good questions tonight. Okay, let's just come in for a little close-up.
And another Steve. There's lots of Steves tonight. Whiskey is
up
there,
to
but
that.
a cigar would really add to the mood.
Oh, that would have been a good idea. If only we were going to do a video with a cigar in it. I mean, yeah, we could do that. I tell you what, just for you, Steve, after this is finished, we're going to spend the rest of the night filming a video with a cigar, and we're going to put it out just before Christmas, just for you. And we are.
Well, some part of that's true.
That sounds really sarcastic, but it's kind of true. Okay, so that's kind of fun. Right, let's do something else, because we are 20 minutes in, a third of the way in. So, Rob, I'm going to get you to hop out, and we'll try and create mood in a different kind of way.
I've got another question.
Fire away.
From Ben. Would hard light change the mood?
Yes, hard light will change the mood, and it's not because it's hard light, it's because what it creates. It creates more shadows, so more opportunities for shadows. So, yeah, that's perfectly safe. So, yeah, hard light will change the mood. Your shadows effectively change the mood. It's not even in the shot. Look at that. That's pretty good. Okay, so...
For once. Yeah.
Clear the scene. I'm going to get rid of some lights. And let's do a one light, moody portrait. Okay, let's move that. I'm just going to stick that.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Perfect. Okay.
That's a little bit in the way.
No, that's fine.
No, that's a...
Oh, I can do that. Is that better? How's that?
That doesn't really fit.
What's wrong with that? Oh, yeah,
Doesn't
that's
really
fine.
fit.
Team.
Well, it doesn't even want to focus on your face, so maybe that's fine.
Oh, nice comeback. Right, okay, Rob, you're going to go stand on the edge of the mat over there. I will probably move you, but for now, you're going to be on the edge of the mat. So I need a light. Let's use the single little Explore 100, also known as the Godox AD100. But in the US, Flashpoint do their own sort of warranty system, which makes this an excellent choice. Anyone got one of these little things? These are. I love this little light. It's the size of a soda can. It's absolutely can of beans. Tiny little thing. This is what we're using. There you go. That little guy right there. That's the wrong way up. Okay. So it's basically a speed light, but without all the speed light bits. It is a brilliant small light. Okay, that's going to go in there. It also has a zoom head as well, so you can actually change the zoom on it too. Right, okay, let's do it badly, let's do it wrong, and then let's make it better. Rob, just take a little step towards me. That's pretty good. So I got a bit of room behind you and a little baby step that way because we have the world's smallest studio. Okay, so something like that. I'm going to put the light onto TTL mode because it will be absolutely fine for this sort of work. TTL. And we'll turn everything else off. Right, okay, Rob, here we go. I'm actually going to change lenses as well. Hold on, Rob.
So Micah said about the light you just talked about. They're like the top section of a speed light. They take the same round modifiers and can zoom.
Yeah, exactly right, Micah. They can, and they do, and they're brilliant. Okay, so I've switched lenses. I've switched camera settings. So I'm going to be at f5.6, 1/250th of a second, ISO 200. I've changed my camera settings. What am I going to do? Really important. Now I've just changed everything that I do something right now. I'll do it. What's the typing? Hang on. That's better. Okay, done. Important thing done. Okay, no flash, no picture. Hopefully someone typed that in. Because when you change your camera settings, you want to be sure that you still have control of the room light, that you haven't accidentally allowed the room light to creep in, which we haven't. Okay, TTL. Off and off. Okay, here we go. TTL picture. This is going to be the best picture. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've taken worse, actually. That's better than I thought. All right. Okay, so if you're just joining us, the title for today's talk is Light for Mood, Not the Model's Face. In this case, we've done exactly the opposite. I have lit Rob's face and lost all mood in this picture. Maybe I'll make it black and white. Maybe that'll fix it. Here we go. Let's make it black and white. Here we go. I mean, it's better.
Dean asked, is Rob's real job a local sheriff?
It should be.
Yeah, so you round up those horrible people and customers. Yeah. Okay, so same picture, exactly the same light, same everything. The only difference is this time I'm going to put the light behind Rob, not in front of him. So what's going to happen? Let me know in the chat. What is about to happen to this picture? Okay. Same light, same settings. More or less, I was in TTL. I probably should be. Oh, I'll leave it in TTL. Why not? Let's see what happens. Exactly the same everything. Same headshot of Rob. Here we go. Okay. Whoa. Now, you can't see Rob anymore, but I think we can agree that has more mood and mystery than that. That's not a bad picture. It's just not that. This has potential, doesn't it? Silhouette, yay, there we go. Spelt right as well, well done. It's a hard one to get right, isn't it?
Yeah, Michael put it's going to be silhouetted, which I can't spell.
Oh, there we go, yeah,
You
don't
did
worry,
a very
Micah,
good
no one can
job,
spell it,
yeah.
no. Yeah, silhouette Rob. And you don't always get a silhouette, especially in a small studio like this. So in a small studio, the light will bounce around enough that some of it can find its way to the front of your model, which is why today I've got this black surface here just to try and give myself a fighting chance. So none of the light bounces off this wall. If you're wondering why I've got the black pop-up background, it's for this very shot. The thing about silhouettes, go back to my laptop, Frey. The thing about silhouettes is they need a distinctive shape. Rob's look, the hat, it kind of says distinctive shape, but we know it's a person, but we can make it a little bit more distinctive. Rob, if you just turn and face the audience. Take a little step backwards for me. That's perfect, thank you very much. And I shall maneuver myself. Okay. This is more human, doesn't it, really? There's a few bits, there's a little knot on the back that I would remove in post, but other than that, that says a lot more kind of dramatic. And then we can make it a little bit more dramatic too, because Rob has a prop. I'm going to point this out. It is a prop. Don't get excited, UK people. It is just a prop. The guy from Texas is probably going to be like, you know, whatever. But in the UK, I'm like, oh, hello. Turns out it's the closer you get, the less convincing it is. But in silhouette, it's going to look fantastic, isn't it? So I think we can do this. Hang on. Okay, and also super important that I do once more like that, if you would, Rob. Okay, thank you very much. Do it in vertical. Okay, so easy to forget to do a vertical, and I can even do a really wide picture, so I can see the background way beyond this picture, but now I've got the maximum choice of cropping later, or cloning in the edges, or anything else. You can always crop in, you can never crop out. I say that was before AI came along. Now you can crop out, of course, can't you? I must change that one. Blooming AI, it's ruining all my little things.
So Ron said, being from Texas, it's not a prop, it's a way of life.
You know where you've got to go on holiday. Go see Ron. You can
So it's a question from
things.
Stephen,
Yes.
who asked, does the metering mode on the camera change the image when using TTL?
Okay, so the metering mode does change. When using TTL, the metering mode is whatever my camera says, and when I'm using manual flash, the metering mode is these two things in my head. Okay, that's it. So the metering mode is what I see and what I decide is right. There's no metering if I'm doing non-TTL flash, which I should do actually. Let's switch off of TTL. Let's do it old school. So if I'm doing it non-TTL, I will put my flash to the middle of its power range, 1/16th power, and I will do a middle of the power range picture to see where I'm at. That's actually quite close, isn't it? Okay, and then I'll go up a couple of stops. So let's go up to 1/8th power, that's one stop. 1/4 power, that's two stops more light. And you can just see how that little spot is getting brighter and brighter. So which of those exposures is correct? There's a question. Which is correct, that one or that one? Let's call that number 1. Number 2, which is the correct exposure? Number 1 or number 2? Number 1, number 2.
So Fabrice has said this shoot is awesome. He's going to petition YouTube to enable a double like button.
No, don't press the like button twice because it cancels out the first one. 3 to odd numbers only, odd numbers only. Oh, no. Okay, so whilst you're putting in number 1 or number 2, let me just add a little bit more drama to the scene. Oh, it's heavy with a sandbag, you have to make those noises.
We've
I'm
got
gonna have to put
some
this other side.
answers.
Yeah,
None.
none.
And then they also said both.
Yep, and they're all right.
So first one, they're going too fast for me. 1, 1, I think 1, 2.
Okay.
No, not 1, 2, just 1.
1, 2. No, you'll be right. If you said 1, 2, you're right.
Whatever is correct in your eyes.
Thank
whichever
you, yes.
prefer, 1,
Yeah,
the one you like. 1.
exactly. There you go. I mean, number 1 is the right one. They're correct. Number 1 is the one because it's the one I like. But if you like number 2, then number 2 is the right one.
Yeah.
Rob, which one did you prefer?
Actually, I like 1.
Okay, there we are. 1. Rob agrees. Number 1. Okay. Right. So we're going to take this basic setup and see if we can tweak it a little bit. Add a little bit of something in the atmosphere in a minute. We'll get to it anyway, that's fine. Right, okay, so I've put a light in to give a little bit of an edge light to Rob. Rob, if you just look down the camera and I'll just take the same point, just take a little step back. Something about horrible is about to happen. Anyone want to tell me what I've done wrong? Please feel free, because normally that's not, I don't need to ask. Okay, oh, I haven't turned the flash on. No one put that, did they? Oh my goodness me, honestly.
Haven't had a chance yet. You're in the future.
Yeah, you wouldn't see Daniel. Daniel never does this.
And James said, don't try to move a C-stand with a sandbag on it. I'm still in physiotherapy after making that mistake. It's funny you should say that, James, because Gavin had to go for a deep tissue massage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it was from lifting that, but
No.
it
Came back
doesn't
in a
help.
lot more pain than when I left, but it feels better today. Okay, just try that again. Right, okay, so let's, I've lit the back of Rob's head. Is what I've done there, isn't it? Oh, and I also had it set too bright. So let's make that 1/16. Okay, so if I'm going to add a light in, I would normally put a light here, but if I put a light here, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have issues with that.
Yeah, it's, I mean...
No, thanks.
Rob, can you just turn and face the light for me? Okay, so I'm turning Rob around into the light. I'm only doing that, of course, so the video keeps, the live stream makes sense. Okay, little baby step towards the light. That's it, just lining up. So when I'm saying that, I'm looking at the light behind Rob. If I can see it in my viewfinder, then Rob's in the wrong place.
So
Hey.
Tim said you just need a little harmonica music.
Oh, yes, please.
Tim, go for it. Live stream it, Tim. We'll add it in.
And Sharky James
Yay, hi Sharky.
Said, I finally caught a live.
Woohoo! Welcome to the live. I tell you what, I reckon you've chosen the best one to join in because this is great. That looks fun, doesn't it? Look at that. I mean, yeah, I've got to take the corner of the softbox. I can live with that. But the sharpness, the detail, the light, absolutely gorgeous. So that is exactly the same light as the silhouette. And if you don't believe me, I can prove it. Just do that pose again for me, Rob. Okay, here it is without the light, and here it is with the light. Okay, so same thing, just by adding a little bit of an edge light gives a huge amount of mood. The first one is mysterious and dark. Whoops, that one. Mysterious and dark, but by adding that light, we tell a little bit more of a story, we get a little bit more character going on. Looks super cool. And it kind of leads us on to something else then. So if that worked, let's try this. Okay, let's get another light, and let's get this one a little higher up. I'm using the little 20-inch C stand, so I think I'm at the limit of what this thing can do. But
Don asked a question. It's actually for Rob.
What, Rob?
Where did you get the coat?
Oh,
I actually got it online. It was second hand, but I've reconditioned it to make it look decent.
yeah, you modified it to give it
did,
more
I
character
did,
and
I
mood.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and smell better.
yeah, absolutely.
I think Rob said it had been used on a farm before he got it, so I think you can fill in the gaps, can't you, really?
Got that mood about it.
Okay, so I'm just setting up a pair of lights to give us a little bit more of an edge effect, like a rim lit effect. That's where my brain is going. I want to do like a rim lighting look. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's see if it kind of works. So if we do nothing, I'm just going to let Rob just take a step backwards that way. That's it, keep going, another one. Okay, that'll do nicely, that's good. Okay, so Rob, the lights are in front of Rob. Rob is going to be standing in profile. I'm going to take a picture. Okay. Okay, well, let's deconstruct that. Where's the delete button? One of these is there, delete. That's the key I should be pressing, because that's not great, is it? I mean, Rob is lit. Rob, just look up a little bit to this. There you go, that's cool. Look at the light, but don't look at the light, because as we all know, it doesn't. Okay, yeah. Can we all agree that I've lit the model, but I haven't lit for mood? I've done the reverse of what I'm trying to achieve. So how am I going to take this exact setup, but add mood? What am I going to do? There's two things I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm happy to let anyone guess what the two things, and they are, neither of them involve touching the light, if that helps. Lights, more than one. Okay. The joys of lives, we have to wait for everyone to catch up, because are we in their future? We're in their future. Or are we now in their past? Because it's already happened.
That's a whole new challenge.
I know, I can never get my head around it at all. It drives me nuts.
That's a whole new challenge.
Okay, right. So the first thing I'm going to do is, Rob, you're facing in the wrong direction. Can you face a nice soft light for me? Thank you very much. Okay, and the reason I'm doing that is because we want to have that nice soft light on Rob's face. I'm also going to raise, I said I wouldn't touch the light,
There we
didn't I?
go. You've got some answers.
Okay, I'm going to touch the light. Anyway, go on.
Add tumbleweed.
And tumbleweed.
Yes.
Smoke.
Well,
Move
yes.
the model forward.
Yes.
Get Rob to move.
Yep.
Smoke. Gels.
Yes. There's some really good answers here, isn't there? Yeah. Yeah. All of those. Except for the smoke and the gels and the other ones. The ones that said move Rob is exactly right. The smoke and the gels, yes, it would help, but it wouldn't solve my problems. But I like your thinking. I've moved Rob to face the light. So that's the first thing I've done. Oh, Rob, a little step backwards because you moved. Cheaty. Back towards that way. That's it. That's it. So we at least have a like for like. Okay, so I'm also going to turn that light on. Now, in the recorded videos, this is where we'd shout cut, and we'll pick it up from here. Okay, Rob, here we go. That's better. Why is that big shadow on the side of Rob? What have I done wrong? Oh, I don't think anyone noticed. Okay, so yeah, not better, but softer-ish. You're right, move Rob. Rob, you're going to stand right so you're facing the center of that. You're going to go backwards a little bit so you're between the two, but you're dead center on that strip box. Okay, so by moving Rob so he's dead center on the strip box, I'm going to start to bring some shadows into the side of Rob. Where his ear, where his head is, there's starting to be a little bit of a shadow. Now I'm using a strip box for a really important reason. First one is it's a great size for a small home studio, but the second one is if I want to control the mood, its thin shape allows me to get Rob to step out of the light reasonably quickly. So Rob, just take a step towards me. Okay, a little bit. That's it, perfect. Okay, so Rob is now, how far away? Yeah, there's a perfect angle, well done. So Rob is now on the front edge of the light. Let's see how this looks. Okay. I'm not changing the power of the light. The light is exactly the same power. I might have to reposition where I stand. Hang on, Rob, here we go, just so I can frame this up better. There we go. But now we're starting to get something that feels really moody. We've got mood, we've got shadow. Shadow is always your friend when you're trying to create mood and drama. That looks pretty good. Rob, just take another step towards me. Okay, that's cool. So how far away is Rob now from the background? From the lights, rather. He is... Hang on, let me measure. He is... One for the regulars. If you're doing live stream bingo, that's top right corner. Okay. Boom. Okay. And now we have something that is probably a little bit too far. But it's good to go beyond where you want, beyond your comfort zone, just to see how it changes the picture. But there's still light on Rob's eyes. It's not like it isn't there. I just prefer it there. So you remember where you stood about 30 seconds ago. Can you stand there again? Back that way a little bit. That's it. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. So that works really well. That gives us a nice... We can take a couple of pictures like that. Let's do some verticals and some horizontals. As Rob moves around, so my picture changes. And I'm moving my feet mostly so I don't run out of background. But I'm also going to take wide pictures because I know I can deal with that. So here's a fun thing. Have a look at the top left corner. As I go wider, so I start to get this happening. Okay, we get that little flare coming in. So I'm going to try and remove that. I can do it in post. It's not exactly difficult. Oh, where is it? Here we are. Let me grab his nose. Moustache. So I've left links in the video description. This is barn doors. This is the magnetic kit. It has little magnetic things. It attaches to the Explore 100, AD100, and the round-headed speed lights as well. What is it? The Zoom X from Flashpoint. And it allows me to stop the light from going places I don't want it to go. So I can restrict light, but I can also block light. So I can add it to something to stop light reaching, for example, my camera.
A couple of people had said we've got feather the light effect, and someone else had said something about a grid as well.
Okay, yeah, we could try those.
Oh, it's Steve again. Grid would help concentrate the light.
Okay, so feathering the light. If I feather the light away from the camera, which would make sense, wouldn't it? Because the light is hitting the camera lens. So if I feather it away from the camera so I can't actually see it, I can't see the surface, so if I can't see the light, no light's going to come into the lens, and I take the same picture, I lose that edge light across the back completely. Okay, it's definitely still firing. Oh yeah, that's still firing. And we just try again, make sure it wasn't a misfire, because that didn't feel right. There we go. And it is hitting the background instead. So it's a different picture. I actually quite like that. That's not bad, you know. It's not what I wanted.
So Michael said today those are called saloon doors.
Saloon doors. Yeah. Very, very good. Very good.
Kelvin said, Rob is a great model. He is indeed, Kelvin.
I like this guy.
Let me just grab a grid. You entertain them, Rob. I'm getting a grid. Okay, yeah, here we go.
Oh, that was quick.
So the kit comes with a grid as well, which just allows you to block light or let light pass through. What it doesn't do is concentrate the light. So nearly right, but let's not quibble over that. It just stops light from spreading quite as wide as it did before. It does take away a little bit of light, so if you're going to use a grid, you do find yourself increasing your light, maybe a stop, depending on the grid. But it also stops it spreading quite as far down Rob's back, so you can see the light stops pretty much at his shoulder level there. So downsides, whereas the barn doors, I can actually open sort of vertically, so I can get the same effect, but I can stop them vertically or horizontally. So you've got a little bit more control with the barn doors. I can stop it spilling onto the background, I can stop it spilling into the camera, but I don't have to stop it from spreading as wide as it did before. Okay, so yeah, that spreads a little bit further down. We can now see light is down the bottom of his coat as well. So, and yeah, and no flare in the corner. Maybe do a wide one so we can actually see that. Okay, so we can see it's not flaring out. You can see it there, it's there, but it's not flaring in the way it was before. So barn doors, super little useful bit of kit. It's in the video description. I think you can buy them for like $10 individually or as a kit for about $50 with all the other bits I'm using. So highly recommended. All right, okay, so that's pretty good, but what if you want to do something a little bit more kind of risky? Risky, let's do something risky.
Are you sure Rob signed up for that?
We like risky.
Risky is fun, because this may be brilliant, this may be terrible. We genuinely don't know until we have a go. Once you've nailed the good shots, it's always fun just to see what happens if you just experiment a little bit, because what could possibly go wrong, right? Okay, so I'm going to put a light directly behind Rob. So this time the light isn't pointing at the background, it's pointing at the back of Rob. And I've still got the light to the side, so we still have that dramatic look. I might need to adjust it a tiny bit. Let's just see where we're going. Rob's got another prop out for me, which is kind of like that. Okay, so here's how that looks. What's going on with your ears, Rob? It's,
My ears are fine.
yeah, I can see right through them. Which tends to be the exact result when you do this. You think, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Now I can stop Rob's ears from glowing by turning that light down. It was at 1/16 power. Maybe that was a bit optimistic. Let's turn it down to stop. Also, look, there we go. That's what happens if you see the light. I said earlier about making sure I don't see the light. It's kind of fun, not what I wanted. Kind of fun, but I'll make sure I don't spot the light behind Rob. Okay, I'm going to take this key light up a little bit as well. Okay, so we've got some mood in there, but we want to add a little bit of atmospherics just to make this kind of glow a little bit. So we could use fog, or we could use something over here. Yeah, this. Sam, do you want to come and give me a hand? So this is lemon fresh. It's very nice.
That's how we like it.
So we're going to put some atmospherics. Don't worry about the tatty can. It was used for a photo shoot, but this is cheap lemon air freshener. You can tell it's lemon, it's got a yellow top. But I scraped off all the names, it doesn't matter. So Sam is going to spray this between Rob and the light. I'll need to be quite quick because it falls quite fast, but it's going to give a bit of atmospherics. And atmospherics can really add a little bit extra to the picture. I'm going to test my settings first of all before Sam gets carried away. Okay, Rob, you're going to look slightly off to the side. And I need to make sure I don't get that light behind Rob. I'm way over here. Okay, Sam, give it a spray. Let's have a little look. Okay, that's not too bad, but it lacks a little bit kind of, I mean, why is it white? What is it? It doesn't make any sense. Is it dust? What is it? Somebody said about gels. That's a good idea. Let's add some gels. So the kit that I'm using, this little magnetic kit, it has several orange gels. I've stacked them all together. to make that, which is kind of fun, isn't it? So I'm going to attach that to the light. Okay, let's have a little look. Okay, Rob, a little step that way for me. Yep, that's it. Okay, still does absolutely nothing until we add a background light in. Let's pop it up in power a little bit as well. Okay, Sam, are you ready? Sam is going to add not a background light, a background atmosphere. That's what I meant. Okay, here we go. Okay, cool. How does this look? So now we have something in the background. It's textured, it's gritty, literally, it's grainy, it's orange. Can we do one more? Rob, are you right with the smell? Because it does become a little bit strong after a while, but...
I love lemon.
Lemon is... Okay. Okay, boom. And it's all down to the atmospherics. It goes pretty quick. I think I missed it. I was a bit slow, but nonetheless, that kind of works, doesn't it? It is a little bit risky. You can't control it. It's not like fog where you can actually see it. This stuff comes and goes. You could use a water spray if you want an alternative, but it makes the floor super wet, fairly obviously. So bear that in mind. But anything you can add to the atmospherics, talcum powder, don't know if that's still a thing anymore.
So
not
Mike
anymore.
has put, I'm surprised you're not using atmosphere aerosol, which Adorama sell.
Yeah, the thing about atmosphere aerosol is you can't ship it by plane because it's a canister full of combustible materials. So it says on the tin, do not ship by airplane. So getting it into the UK, I mean, we could get a boat and row it across, but we do have similar stuff in the UK, but it's not a patch on smoke machines, which is what we're going to do. So yeah, atmosphere, I've used it in America. It is good stuff. And yes, Adorama do sell it. Okay, that's kind of fun. Whoa, this does make it a little slippery.
Michael has put, is this a subtle way to tell Rob he smells bad?
Oh, let's not do this.
I'm so sorry, Rob.
Actually, Freya and I both said how lovely you smell when you arrive.
Well,
Yeah, your
even lovelier on the
aftershave,
way out.
yeah.
Right, okay. So let's just do something. So you're going to step on the edge. Don't go back. It's a little damp at the moment behind you. So, and we're going to do a couple more. We've got one more to do before we add some smoke in at the end. So if you're sticking around for smoke is always the last thing we do because once it's in the room, it's hard to get out. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a quick one here just to get us to the smoke, which is making a straight picture look more moody by changing the position of the light. Okay, so I'm going to get a light in, it's coming in, it's going to be reasonably moody, something like that. Let's take a light meter reading, see where we're at. Put it back to non-high speed sync. Put it to my flash sync speed, 250th of a second. I'd say 200. Whoa, how many lights are actually firing now? Loads. Okay, that's better. So I have the beep turned on. I don't know if you heard the beep. I keep the beep on for my lights, not so I know that the light is recycled, which is what the beep is supposed to tell you, but so I know that the light is actually firing. And when you hear more than one beep, you know you've got more than one light still on. Okay, so quick little test photo. This should be kind of nice. It fits the moody bill quite nicely. Rob, just look up into the light for me. Okay, and this is okay. I mean, this is great, isn't it? It's got mood, it's got character. It probably needs a bit of smoke, but we'll get to that. But we can take this just up a little extra moody level by breaking some of the rules. Rules of photography are definitely there to be broken. Learn some of the rules and then immediately break them. And this rule says that when you're taking someone's portrait, what you need to be able to do is see their eyes. Is that true? That's what I was told when I started out. You need to see their eyes. Portraits are in the eyes. All that kind of thing. Is that true? Nah, spoiler alert. No, it's not. Okay, right, so I've moved the light. I probably should remeter the light. Brims of hats when you're doing light meter readings. If you've got a light meter, if I pop this, Rob, I'm going to pop this right against your forehead. Okay, if I pop it underneath his forehead, 0.7, f 0.7. If I put it outside the brim of his hat, f7. So, yeah, make sure you are not putting your flash meter in the shadow from a hat if somebody is wearing one. f7, okay, let's pop it down there. Okay, here we go. That's not what I intended. How did that happen? Okay, I can see how that happened. Okay, got this. Oh, the microphone's off. No, still on.
We just lost a mic. We
Lost the
will.
microphone. Oh, the receiver has gone off.
Are the receivers?
Receiver's died. So
Oh.
I'll pinch yours, Sam, if that's okay.
We're doing a microphone shuffle.
Yeah.
Here you go, you can see it. Turn everything off to protect everyone's ears. Everyone's delicate ears.
Okay. Whoop, that's a picture of the floor.
Oh, another picture of the floor. Add that one to the collection. If you're collecting them, there you go.
Okay, can you hear me now? Going up and down again? Awesome. Okay. Right. Yay, live streams. Okay, where do we get to? Okay, dark and moody. Super dark, super moody. Do you need to be able to see somebody's face? No, you don't. You can keep it in the shadows. Quite happy. I'm going to eyeball it and go a little higher. There we go. That has mood. That has mystery. That breaks the rule of you should always be able to see someone's eyes. I can sort of see them, depending on how bright you've set your screen, but not really. And it's fun to break the rules. Breaking the rules is so much fun. Highly recommend it. Okay, we've got 5 minutes to go. I think it's time for smoke, don't you?
One for Rob. Kelvin said, Rob, I hope that's not a real gun.
No.
And
I mean, it's real as in it's not made by
you
computers.
remind me of Indiana Jones.
Oh,
It's not going to do any damage.
thank you.
And besides, Rob has a license as well, so not sure for what, but you got a fishing license, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's what he told me. Okay, so let's bring the light back here. Let's go back to where we sort of started. If you were here at the beginning and we did the kind of not beauty lighting look, you remember we moved the light round and round and round to try and get some drama. So we're going to take that and continue the theme. We're going to get that light, move it round and round and round. Rob, you're going to look past the light over here. Okay, I'm going to eyeball this because Rob's quite a mover and I'm quite happy just to do it by eye at this point. I'm getting a little bit of flare off that light. I could adjust a few things, but I'm going to mostly live with it, I think, from a time point of view. Okay, so, yeah, we're getting quite a dramatic light on there. There's a shadow side. Remember, shadow sides are your friend. Shadow is good. Shadow means that you can add your own light. So let's add my own light. If you were here at the start, this is exactly what we did at the beginning. Exactly what we did. Same principle, add in a light for the shadow. Okay, that is B. Okay, let's see where we go, make sure it fires. We'll turn it right the way down. If you remember earlier, we had it on low. Okay, that adds a little bit of light, just a little catch light just across there. Separation light's not doing a great deal, but it's doing something. I'll turn it up a little bit. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. Happy with that. But what we now really want is some darkness and some shadows behind you. Because if I'm going to add some smoke, I really do need to be able to see nothing in the background.
So
There we go.
Bernard asked, which camera belt have you got?
I have the spider belt, the spider holster. I left a link to the belt bit, but Adorama strangely have discontinued stocking the attachment bit. It probably is somewhere. So if you're interested in the belt, contact Adorama and ask for the other bits as well. All right, okay, so smoke. Let's add in some smoke. So this is the Smoke Ninja Pro. And turn everything on. Okay, goes purple, which indicates that it's going to work. There you go. It's going to work with my little fan on the top here, so it's going to blow a little bit of smoke. There we go. Woo! And give us some atmosphere, because atmosphere is really where we're at. So let's bring some atmosphere into the scene. And the reason I've left this to the end is because this thing could fill up this room in a minute and we wouldn't see anything for the rest of the live session. Okay, suddenly that flare that was a pain is no longer a pain, is it? It now adds atmosphere to the picture. How are we doing for time? We've got 4 minutes. Okay, if you can't see the smoke, think about where the lights are. So I'm going to add a light directly in behind Rob. Because if you have trouble seeing your smoke, we don't at the moment, but if you did, this would be the solution. And I had, what happened to those? Oh, there they are, the orange filters. Let's grab the orange filters, because they'll fit on there as well. This is the Zoom X speed light.
So Stephen asked, did Rob bring the gun for a few dollars more? Is that a film?
That's very good, actually.
Is that a film?
Is that a film? Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Is that a Western?
Yeah, that's very good. Okay.
We're both going, phew, over our heads.
Okay, smoke. Let's smoke it up. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the live session. So if you've got any questions, this is your last chance to get them in. I'm going to knock a few pictures out with Rob because this is going to be a chance I'm not going to get again. So, well, not for a while anyway. If you want to find out more about Rob, then go check out his Instagram. You'll find the links in the video description down below. Oh, look at that, isn't that cool? So that works so well. I'm just going to change the background. Hold on, Rob, hold on. I'm just up in the background power. If you're doing anything with smoke, you've got to be prepared to ride that power setting, because as smoke changes, it changes the density of light coming through it. So you get more light or less light. You can never really control the light. So when it comes to smoke, I'm constantly riding my settings.
So Paul said, Rob has been the perfect model for this live stream. He has indeed. And Tim said, only a fistful. A fistful of dollars. I know that's one. Yes.
That's it.
I love this audience.
Oh. At least they haven't done Little House on the Prairie or anything. That's
next week.
That's next week. Right, who are you going to dress up for that? Jim Bob.
Yes.
Okay, so I've just moved the light. Remember earlier I said about not getting the light in the picture? Suddenly, it's the best thing, isn't it? It's so cool. Let's stick the diffusing dome over the top as well. Let's give this light some real spread. Whoop. Mind that, is slippery. Okay, I can't stop Rob moving around, but I can say, Rob, the light's in that direction. Awesome. And you've noticed I haven't added any more smoke to the scene because there's a load of smoke in here. Every one of these pictures is unique. Every one of them has mood. And if you were here at the beginning, none of them are like where we started. Rob, just look straight at me. Just come straight ahead, look at me. Okay. And that's where we finish. Right, okay. So I promised you mood. I promised you that we would be lighting for mood and not lighting for the model. Put the last picture back on the screen because I want to check it's in focus, because if it's not, I'm doing it again.
So Rob said, very cool demo. Hope to see more Rob in your videos. Definitely a great model.
Fantastic.
And Reinhard said, as always, very joyful to watch your shows.
Yeah, this was a live stream that I really, really enjoyed. This was a great one. Rob looked amazing. The photos were fantastic. And I love creating mood where it's not there. So the thing about creating mood is just taking a bit of a risk. If it doesn't work, top tip, don't show anyone. Unless you're doing it on a live stream, in which case you kind of mistakes are part of the process. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the live stream. Hopefully you found this useful. If you have, remember Adorama has a whole bunch of live stuff happening. Daniel's going to be live right here on this channel on Thursday. So a couple of days and a couple of hours ahead of us, Daniel will be live at the Adorama store. You can go and watch in person or join us live on the channel. Or if you really want to do something live right now, you can head over to our other channel, the Adorama events page, where you can watch Seth wrangle dogs, I believe. Is that what's happening? Dog photography live. That sounds amazing. I'm definitely tuning in for that as soon as we're done here. So behind the camera, I'd like to thank Freya on Super Switcher, Sam on the chat. Woo!
Thanks everyone for coming along, and all your questions and all your answers and all your funny bits and just being here. And we are on about a week before Christmas.
Yeah, I think it's the 18th.
That's it. I
Yeah.
think
It's a
so. It's a
Thursday.
Thursday, the 18th
Of December. We'll be back for,
for another live.
with Chloe as our model, so join us for that one. But in the meantime, just like to give it up for the amazing Rob. Alrighty, that's us done. I'm Gavin Hoey. Thanks for watching.